give a chance for a few people to get in here. So, Saturday, going to be finishing up stuff on the rafters here. Alex, I'm going to run inside real quick. I'll be back out in like just a couple minutes. All right, thanks. There we go. I've known Blankets covers beautiful and stone. The first thing I'm going to do real quick, I got to fix this thing. The bulb burnt out the other day. It kind of happened when I dropped it. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, but I mean, probably, obviously. If I dropped it and like 10 seconds later, the bulb burnt out, so. All right, well, let me go ahead and change it out real quick just before it gets, dark in a couple hours, and then I'm going to get to putting these H-clips on. I would hold your hand. Understand? If I could, you know, I would just hold your hand. So you're not supposed to hold these things in the middle, not touch them in the middle, because it gets like oils from your fingers on them, and apparently decreases the life of them. So, just a little fact there. Alright, hopefully that's working now. I'll keep that up for the time being. I'm going to go do something else in just a second here before I get started. Let me test this light out, make sure it's working. And it's not cool. Dang, man. It's not good. Alright, I think we're good. Charging. Make sure we're charging. Yeah, we're good. Unfortunately, this bulb I just replaced, I think the bulb that I put in there is burnt out too. Yeah, sucks. It's too bad. Hopefully it is just the bulb. So I started up the stream last night a little bit, and I shut it off pretty quick. I didn't have enough of these Tico nails that I needed to put these clips in. So now I got them, so we're good. So I can actually go through and do it. I don't need to use the scaffolding here. It's going to be a pain just because all these bracing here, which I'm actually going to take off as soon as these clips are on. That'll be so nice. So I'm just going to use the ladder for it. It'll be a lot easier to maneuver around here. And all I have to do is basically just get up there. I mean, I don't have to. When I was using the scaffolding here before, I had to go up there and do stuff with the blocking, but not today. So. All right, time to finally get started. Good God, it's taking way too long. Small ladder. It is such a mess today. It's nice, it's warm. I'm happy about that. I could really be out here in my t-shirt if I wanted to, but it's muddy. All the snow and all the crap we got the past few days, it's all melting. Sucks. Okay. Here, give me each clip. I'm going to try putting these on with the nail gun. So these Tico nails that I have, I'm going to use those for part of it, but as far as actually shooting it into the top plates, I might just use the nail gun for that. It's really fast, and the nails are a little bit bigger, so I kind of like that. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot, see how it goes. The nail gun gets a little bit jammed up with those smaller nails sometimes, so if it's getting annoying, I won't really mess with it that much. Was a thinking of go to. your heart. So what's going on with these things is this is going to go up against that piece up there. Here, hold on a second. I'm going to turn the brightness up on here so I can make sure I know what I'm looking at, what you're looking at. So that thing up there, those two boards right on top of each other, that's called the top plate. And that's a double top plate. So you could also have just one of those in some applications. You could basically just have one board on there and that's the top plate. The rafters are sitting on top of the top plate. That's these things that are running down. Let me try to get that right. So the things that are running down this direction, like here, those are the rafters. So what this thing is going to do, this hurricane clip, is the rafter is going to sit in here. That's going to nail into the rafter. And then this is going to sit up against that top plate. So the idea is that this thing, basically this metal bracket, holds that rafter to this top plate so that it can't fly out if there's like serious wind, you know. Anyway, so that's kind of what's going on here. Trying to break your heart. I'm trying to break your heart. God, dang. Let me get you a little bit of an angle here. There we go. Oh, hey, Noisy. And you pick, how's it going, both of you? Hey, it says as 0 viewers. It might have just dropped out here. Don't really know if yeah, that may have happened. Anyway, sorry if it did. But hey, guys, it is warmer here. It's a lot warmer. I could be in my t-shirt today. It's not bad, but it's wet. It's muddy. So, yeah, anyways, yeah, good to see both of you. It is getting a little bit windy though, so it might start getting cold. Anyways, let me know how the stream's doing as far as the connection, if it's like kind of breaking up, you know, laggy, etc. Like I said, and here it's sometimes I can tell when it says I've got 0 viewers on my little indication, but then there's people talking. It's like, okay, it's starting to get kind of screwy. So, anyways, yeah, hope y'all having a good Saturday. So today, basically, connection's good, right on. Okay, so the thing, even though it said I had 0 viewers, it's just whatever. Sometimes it just screwed up. What I'm doing is I'm putting these little, awesome. So I'm putting these hurricane clips in here. So they're basically going up in there. You can see that one I just put in. Right there. Jeez, let me try to actually point to it. So it's basically just tying together rafter and the top plate, the double top plate that it's sitting to, so that rafter doesn't come up. And right now I'm trying to put it in just by hand. I can use the nail gun. I think it'd probably be easiest to use it and most practical for the one the connection here to the top plate. The one up here, it's going to be a little bit hard, I think, to get the actual point of that nail gun in there. And those nails that I'm using for that are 2-inch nails, so that's going to blow through the rafter. I don't want to use those. So I'm using these little Tico nails, these little tiny, you might have seen me use these before, but these tiny things here. So, drop one. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get back to it. Whoops. Wrong button. All right. Oh yeah, it's getting windy. Not too bad, but it's coming in. Hold up, gonna play quick matches of PUBG on my phone. Okay, fair enough, go ahead. God, that sounds awful, playing a game like that on your phone. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fire up that nail gun. It'll make things a lot faster. or not fired up. I already got it fired up. I'm just gonna actually pull it out and use it. Okay. Nice. Damn. I'm trying to actually thread it through the hole there. You don't really have to. The gun is powerful enough to where it's shooting through the metal, but I'm trying to actually get it to thread through, like actually go through the hole. Something. Distance and the way, making love understandable. Hey. All right. There we go. Got all three. Noisy's, you've been streaming for long? Not really, no. Probably about 30 minutes. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, probably. Let's see, what the heck? My brightness on my phone shut off. What's going on here? Sorry. Turn that automatic stuff off there. That's it. Alright, yeah, so probably about 30 minutes. Alright, let me keep on moving here. Move down the line with this thing. Cool, progress is looking good. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. This is one of these steps where, like, there's a few little things going on with, like, putting in the blocking. Yeah, the blocking you can see. This part of it, you know, putting in the, like, clips and little stuff like that, or, like, doing measurements and checking level on things. There's a lot of that stuff that I'm doing that, honestly, really doesn't make for very good, like, it doesn't show good progress, you know? It's not, like, really good to look at, because, like, oh, you're just, like, stringing a line across stuff and measuring, but there's a lot of that to be done. Like, I just want to make sure that it's good, you know? So, but thank you, Noisy. Hey, by the way, Noisy, I saw that you were playing Ark the other day. That was like a something, I think it was, maybe it was just on your like profile or something, but I didn't see that you've been streaming it. Are you like not streaming that game right now? Heyo, there we go. All right, let's see. Here's the truth. I think it's good. Just playing. It's got to be able to hold up a lot more than that. Hey, here we go. Noisy. We're all learning from it. And no, I watched some people stream on here, but in February I'll be starting back. I just need to get my overlays done when I get time. Cool. Right on. Right on. Hey guys, stopping in while waiting for pizza. Hope stream goes well. Right on. Hey, Slave. Yeah, good stuff. I need to get some pizza. It makes me hungry hearing that. Doing good, doing good. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for stopping in, for sure. So I'm going to go and just keep putting more of these clips in here. I'm using the nail gun. Big ol' snowstorm here today. Okay. We're getting some stuff coming through, but it's not like a big snowstorm. We just got, it's actually really warm today. It's like 40 something, you know. But I don't know. It's getting a little bit windy. We're about to get some like mixed stuff, I think, which kind of sucks, almost worse. It just makes it a mess up here. And Slave, I might have asked you this, but do you guys have skiing where you are, like nearby? I'm thinking more like downhill, like big hills, lifts and stuff. Singing sad songs, two chords. There's a spray. Yeah, and you order around. Didn't get it. Screwed that one up. Noisy says, we're at 5 minutes to snow soon here. As soon as it hit the ground and melted, yeah, that kind of sucks. Well, I guess it depends. I mean, it's nice to go like, snowboarding and whatnot, but it's, I know up here it does kind of make a mess when you've got all this crap lying around and it's like, it covers everything and stuff gets lost into the snow and, yeah, but it is what it is. It's all right. Not complaining. Doing good today. Doing good. Emsafe, I saw, by the way, you did the rustic be right back sign. I know you're talking about making one of those, and I didn't actually get to see it in stream, but it was like the thumbnail when I opened it up. I was like, nice, there we go. I like that. It's good, man. That's the way to do it. Keeps it simple. So just a quick note, if you ever go buy these things at the store, these hurricane clips, and there's all different kinds. There's some of them that you'll find that are like, do the same thing, that are basically cut in half. So it's like one side sits up here on the rafter, this would be a little bit bigger, and then one side sits down here on the top plate. That's the kind of use for the cabin. I think they're a little bit cheaper. U-Pick is back. How's it going? Anyways, I'm explaining here with these hurricane clips. So you go and buy these things. Again, there's some of them that are like kind of half this. They're basically cut in half, and they basically do the same thing, but they're, I guess, just not as quite as strong. But you'll find that some of these you have to be careful. Like some of them are galvanized with all kind of. Let's see. Here we go. Anyways, if some of them are galvanized with some kind of like a zinc coating or something, and they're at least like twice the price, and you might not notice it, but if you're getting like a bunch of them, it would kind of suck if you don't need it. But I think they're like, it'll be like this one says like H1 on it. I think it would be like an H1Z or something like that. So when it's coated in zinc and it's, I guess it just corrodes more slowly, So anyways, Noisy says, it's just a fast offline screen, but we'll be making better ones soon. Okay, and I think it was Mslave that I was looking at that had it, but I actually haven't caught you streaming yet, Noisy. I saw that you were playing Ark, but I didn't see that you had a stream going. I'll tune in if you did. All right, let me move this down a little bit more. Finish my board. Doesn't look too good, but it's durable. Hey, right on. Well, that's cool to finish your first one. Was that one you made out of mahogany or out of just something else? That's awesome that you finished it. I'm surprised it was so quick. I figured it would take quite a bit longer. With like the stuff you gotta cut these pieces out, glue them, and clamp them. Oak. Okay, cool. Yeah, I figure it's good to get out some of the kinks on a lesser, like not as expensive material. I'm using some shims, some like little shingles here to shim like kind of last minute. If I see a little bit of gap between the top plate and the rafter, that would basically be because of that bird's mouth cut. It's supposed to be like totally flat up here instead on a flat top plate. But if maybe the cut was slightly angled like that, I'll have a little bit of a gap here. For the most part, no, but some of them have a tiny bit, so I'm just going to put a shingle in if it's possible.
Covers beautiful and stone. My ears.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I missed quite a bit of chat here. Finished board, yeah, Oak, okay. Chippy05, haven't seen you here before. Good day from down under. Oh, right on. Where in the world are you working today? We don't get much snow around here. Anyone know, is he in the USA? Yes, I am, Chippy. You pick. Thanks for helping him. Let's see here. Chippy, I'm in Montana, by the way. Yeah, in like southwest Montana here. And it's actually not that cold today. You might be able to see some snow and stuff in the background, but it's yeah, it's pretty all right. I wish it were a little bit warmer, maybe like what you guys are experiencing down there. That's awesome that you're watching from Australia. That's really cool. We're from in Australia. And Brother UPick says, start making something out of mahogany wood I got after the new blades for my jigsaw. Cool. Okay. Design something on isometric paper. Right on. I've actually never used that stuff. I've used SketchUp a lot, and I can highly recommend that program, SketchUp, but I've never used isometric paper. Okay. See if it can be made. Cool. Oh, right on. Well, thanks for Melbourne. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's awesome. I don't think anybody's come in and said they're from Australia yet, so that's great. Yeah, UPick, I'll tell you something in a second. Let me finish a few more of these. And I was talking to Mslave about this wood that I had got as a gift a while ago. I don't have anymore. That was really cool. Makes me feel like I'm at work. It's nice because it's pretty relaxed. You'll see. I work pretty slow, but so it's not like I feel like I am under the gun in a way because I got this thing getting freaking rained and snowed on. So I am like trying to get it dried in. But anyways, all right. Well, let me get back to it here. Unless that means Chippy, you're saying that you actually work in like construction or something. I didn't ask you that, but if you do, a lot of people who watch this actually have experience or they work doing some kind of construction trade or something. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, Chippy, carpenter. Oh, right on. Okay, cool. You pick workers, scene, build stuff, and you're fast. A lot of them are. If there was a building crew, a framing crew putting this thing up, it would be done so fast compared to what I'm doing. Not only, I mean, there's a lot of stuff like these posts and beams, which Chippy, you've probably seen barely anything in here yet. But so I've got these posts and beams here that, for example, that was something that, I mean, you know, a construction crew might have either had a crane or had a bunch of guys to help hoist it, so me and a neighbor were able to do it. But there's lots of other little stuff here that's like, you know, just one person doing a lot of it. I get help from time to time from friends and neighbors, which is just awesome. Let's see here. Okay, let me try to follow this here. Or see, the place is empty, plot, then there's a whole new foundation. A month later, it's already done up on the outside. You pick. Yeah, you're right. You're right, though. The crews go so fast. Chippy, don't know if it meets your country's standards, but you can use hoop iron over the top of your joist and tie down the outside wall. The hoop iron over the top of the joist. I'm actually not sure what that is, what a hoop iron is. Yeah, well, Chippy, one thing, let's see, things are getting faster with time and money, blah, 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 okay, yes. The rafters are going to be exposed. Yes, the rafters are going to be exposed on the underside. That's right. Yeah, the rafters will be, well, of course, yeah. I'm not, like, I said that like you're an idiot. Yes, the underside of the rafters will be exposed. You know, not that the tops won't be, but anyways, so I'll have to look up what a hoop iron is. There's different like names, of course, for stuff. One thing that this is probably not like kosher, even by our building code. This is like not a typical frame like window header. Most of them are the normal style, like that. So if you're just seeing, you know, just the one, you might be a little bit confused. That's like how most of them are. But the two over, or the ones on this side, are like a smaller like boxed frame. Anyways. Yeah, well, that's cool. There's one other guy who comes in who is really knowledgeable, Cyril J, who may even be in here now. I don't know, but so I have to. When I start to look out, I'm like, oh, okay, here these people are in here now. I can't bullshit anymore. I know Chippy and Cyril J and maybe a few others know their stuff. So I'm just kidding. I'll still bullshit a little bit, but I'll wait in here because I know that you guys have some good stuff to offer sometimes. Like the other guy, like I mentioned, who has told me a few things that have actually helped me out, like while I'm in the middle of streaming. Hope you're enjoying building the house. Well, thanks for watching. Let me go ahead and get back to it here. And by the way, Chippy, as far as the outside walls, they actually will be tied in. The sheathing is going to come up and then like nail into the blocking here. And of course the rafters are nailed into the blocking. So it'll be tied in from the outside wall. I'll have to, again, I'm still going to look up what hoop iron is because I'm not sure what you're talking about. So it'll be tied in on the outside in that way.
Rocket.
look up the Chip. You can look up the local term for the hoop iron. Cool. Cut some old wood. Use U-Pixels. I'm gonna cut some old wood. Use as sanding blocks. One for 60, one for 220. Then properly secure them with a block. Cool. Actually, I have no clue about that stuff. About what you would do with those. I'm guessing you would basically have like some kind of a thing where you'd have a piece that's on the bottom, and then you have a piece that you kind of screw in, or like you have a bolt through that you tighten in, so that you have like a secured. You can take the paper out, put a new one in, tighten it down, etc. But yeah, I bet if you're getting into that stuff with all the cutting boards and stuff, it's like I'm sure you're gonna. I don't know a lot about sanding tools and finishing type stuff. Right on. Cool. So Chippy says, commonly titled metal strapping. Let me grab something real quick and see if this is what you're talking about. Let's see, is this what you're talking about, where it unfolds and it's like, just this metal stuff? It says hanger iron on here. I got this for some of the walls. Curious if this might be what you're talking about. I'll try to unfurl it. I think okay, cool. Good. Well, so you're actually talking about like basically running it down the side of the rafter and then tying it into, I guess the wall or something. You kind of just like run it down one way, turn it, and then tie it in. Over, top, down, and both sides. Okay, that's got to be very strong, actually. Yeah, I can see that being a really like solid way to do it. Obviously that's going to be even stronger. Yeah. I don't believe we're required. Actually, I know I'm sure that's not in the building code, like the residential code around here. Now, to be perfectly honest, something that I've explained before on the stream is that here we actually don't have residential building inspections outside of the city limits. So where I'm at in the county, we don't have residential building inspections. But if you have sheet cladding, might give bumps in cladding. Yes, okay, so I see what you're saying. So anyway, so the point being that we don't have a permit, we don't a building permit outside of the city limits. Yeah, okay, right. Of course, yeah, you're loving that. But so anyways, I'm kind of loving it too, to be honest. But it is. You can get into. I don't want to, get into a trap where I'm building something that sucks. I mean, you still have to build it to the the code is technically you're supposed to build it to the code. A lot of people don't. But I'm trying as much as possible. But that I've seen people use like these, and then those little half ones that the ones that kind of just one side. I've seen them use those so much that I'm sure we don't have to run that tape over the rafters unless you're in like an extremely high wind area. Build a castle, yeah. Overkill works at the start, not the end. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Build a castle. In fact, there is somebody that has a castle in this valley. They have literally a castle with a copper roof. So we call them triple grips. Is this what you call the triple grips, or the those ones that are the one side, like the kind of corner? Huh. Let me start putting a few up here. You can respond as I'm working here. Then half ones, okay. Triple grips, eh? Do you call, just curious, do you call the cut that you put on the rafter that's like, that kind of shape like that? What do you call that? Because I called it a bird's mouth, and somebody here was like, not even in the U.S. didn't know what a bird's mouth was, and they were calling it heel cut and stuff like that. Just a second. Which end, top or bottom? When the rafter sits on top of the double top plate, like that cut that you have there. I thought it was called. I called it a bird's mouth. Someone else didn't even know what that term meant. As it is there. The top is Blum, bottom is Birchmouth. I don't know, some of the names y'all have for stuff is like, maybe we call it Blum too and I'm just an idiot, but that's like such a funny name. Bird's mouth, foot cut, toe cut, same one. You call it gas, I call it petrol. Yeah, that's there we go. Blum. I don't know. Yeah. No, don't do that. All that you match. Okay. You meant plum cut. Okay. All right, there we go. We have plum cut too. I was like plum. Okay. Yeah, plum cut. Okay. All right, gotcha. You sound like a sculptor than a tradie. Did you say he's making standing blocks? Yeah, I'll let you fill him in, but he's been talking about that a little bit. It's I'm actually kind of interested to see how some stuff turns out he's doing. There's another guy in here, M-Slave, who has a channel who does like wood carving and stuff, and he's I don't know if he's in here now, but he'll probably be in here at some point. He does a lot of that stuff too. It's, not like cutting boards, I don't think, but he's been doing carving. Says, well, sir, must say I like the view, quality countryside. I miss the green, currently living in concrete jungle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, in springtime, oh, so nice. I mean, it's nice now, too, but it's just really, yeah, it's like muddy and stuff right now. It's like a really kind of hasn't been too, like, bitter cold, you know? We get, like, we do get down to like 0 degrees Fahrenheit here, but this year is probably the worst I've been working in out here has been probably about 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So of course below freezing, but you know, it hasn't been that bad. And then once, like I said, springtime, summertime, beautiful. Summer gets actually pretty hot here. Not like you're hot, but you know, actually still, we get 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So less light pollution, less noise. Yeah, Melbourne. I don't know anything about Melbourne. I hear people say they like it there, but yeah, it's got to be totally different. Did you ever? Melbourne winter hangs around 5 to 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that's got to be pretty nice, pretty comfy. I don't know exactly what those translate to, but I imagine that's not a bad winter. That's almost like Florida probably for us. But anyways, yeah. Did you ever live in like any rural area out there in Australia? You picked, you're right, hell of a lot less light pollution. That part's very cool. Oh, there we go.
Wanted to know. promise not to fade away. Not to fade away.
So, a lot of country friends. Okay, that's got to be cool to go out there and hang out a little bit. You pick astrophotography before the winter started. Oh my god, man. That's awesome. That's got to be so cool. Astrophotography. God. I can only imagine really focusing in on some of that stuff. A lot of family holidays, freezing my arse off in 0 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I used to feel, well, I don't know. I've always been okay with the cold a little bit, I think. But yeah, it's probably not moving really. Oh, sorry. Trying to use my left hand for the stuff on the left side. I should get a little more familiar with it, you know. Because I hurt my right thumb like a little while ago and made hammering with it really suck. So I'm like, if that shit happens again, it's nice.